So we're going to take a trip down to the hotel in Glendaruel to finish off the install of the internet, 4G internet that we've been working on already. So I've got the main infrastructure done and working, and their personal internet, because they live there, that's been up and running for a couple of weeks. But we've got our box of bits, got the access points, network switch. So we're going to go and get the rooms all up and running, working. I've done all the setup here, so this is just, you know, taking it over and plugging it in and just making sure it works. We'll have a look around the rooms because they're coming up to be available very soon. So I thought it'd be interesting to see how to do 4G internet, or at least how we've done 4G internet in a kind of bed and breakfast hotel situation, because it does work. We've got very, very good speeds over there. So yeah, let's go and have a look. The weather's not going to be very good for getting good speeds today. The mast is up there and you can't, there's a huge hill. This is a really beautiful area, but today's probably the worst day to show you because we can't see further than half a mile down the road. So we're not going to get the full speeds that we are getting, because, you know, 4G speeds has to send information to the mast, receive information from the mast. So if it's really overcast like today, you've got to get that signal through all of the weather. So 4G internet is kind of known for being weather dependent. It doesn't mean it doesn't work when it's bad weather, it just means it's slower. So we're probably not going to get crazy speeds today, although they're good enough to still have pretty solid speeds. Oh, you can see it a bit better now. Well, sort of. Over there. So we've got the same kit we had last time for ours, because I was just really pleased with it. So it's the Zyxel 4G router. There's no need to get 5G up here because nobody's got 5G. You know, the infrastructure is just not installed. But the trick with this, and Angus who's the owner of the building, Angus and Lynette, his electrician asked for the equipment list, but if you're doing this kind of setup, the magic's not in the equipment. You need it to work and you need it to be compatible with each other, but you have to check Cellmapper, which is a website, and you have to specify the carrier. So what we did here is the mast is up on top of that hill. You find your local mast, where's the closest one to you, and then you check which carriers are on it and which bands are in the carriers and which direction the signal's going, because different carriers can have different bands, different strengths. You need to check the mast and what it has, and then you need to match your SIM card to that, because if you just get exactly the same kit as you've got here, the best carrier here is EE, although the best carrier where we are is 3, so you know it does differ, and we're not that far from where we live. But if you just bunged a Vodafone SIM card in here, it just wouldn't work. You'd have rubbish speeds. They had BT Home Hub before this, and it just didn't work at all, barely any internet. And then this, we've got very, very fast speeds, and they pay 26 quid a month, unlimited speed, unlimited downloads. So yeah, the trick to setting this up properly is go to Cellmapper, I think it's cellmapper.net. I'll show you the website on top of this video, and just make sure you specify the correct SIM card. And then after that, you just need this router has multiple in, multiple out, so you can get multiple users using it. So, but that's neither here nor there as far as speed goes. This is category 18, so you can get higher speeds, but then in rural areas, you're not really going to get super speeds. So generally speaking, get a high category router and check Cellmapper and make sure you've got you've got the right carrier. But this is 200 quid, by the way. Like I said in the last video, I paid 360. They've just dropped it because they've released a new 5G router, so you can't go wrong with this one. It's just really easy to install, easy to set up. I'll show you the rest of the setup downstairs, and then we'll get some speed tests, and then I think I'll show you around the actual rooms, because they're very nice, and like I said, they're being listed for on the internet within the next couple of weeks. We're just getting this all ready to be listed, so we'll go and have a look at the rest of the bits. So we have the 4G router on the top. You know, we've just seen it. That really helps because we've managed to get that on the top story of a 2.5, 3-story building. So that gives us really good signal. But in this is Angus and Lynette's home. The internet comes into this PUA plug here, which just provides power. We've got this cool little router, which I liked because it has PoE in and out. It's actually designed for a slightly different system, but it's quite affordable and it looks quite nice, and it doesn't take up a huge space. They don't need really, really fast internet, although the speeds will be the same. They don't need lots of ports. That then goes from there into here, which is a network switch, which enables it's a PoE network switch. It's the cheapest one we could get with the most ports we could get, and they just provide power to the access points which are in each of the flats. And we've got a boat here as well, which we're going to go and have a look at, which is kind of cool. We had to convert the power to a slightly different format because we got second-hand eBay access points, and they're about a third of the cost of new ones, but it meant that they operate on a slightly older version of PoE. So we had to get some converters, but they were like 8 or 9 quid each. So actually overall it was a lot cheaper. This network switch here also serves to set up the VLANs, which is virtual local area networks, which just provides an added layer of security for Angus and Lynette because we don't want any of their data being nicked here. So it just means that each one of the access points for each one of the rooms is, you know, it can't connect to the other ones, steal any of their, you know, bank details or anything. So currently there's only 2 access points that we're getting set up here, but there's more available, and there are more rooms coming here. So we're going to go and have a look at two of the ones that we've set up, just check that we've got them operating, and we'll see what speeds we get. We've got this lovely corridor just down here. Lynette's an artist and she paints all these paintings. So we've got this large format. She does, what do you call it? Realistic. These are abstract, I know that much, but she does other types of paintings as well, but it just makes this corridor with these windows on the side just a really nice place to. It's got skylights as well. So this is there's a traditional one. We'll have a proper look around in a minute, but I'm just showing you what we're doing for the access points. So this is the, you know, normal one if you like. And then this is just the access point here. We were considering installing Open WRT on these because you can do that, but after, you know, I just wasn't sure on putting different software on these access points and then the ability to manage them later on. It was a free way of setting up security instead of paying for a cloud service, but by just doing the VLANs in the network switch, I think we've got good enough security for this system, and we don't want anything to go wrong. Angus and Lynette aren't really, they probably don't want to be dealing with cloud, just the problems of the back systems of this. So we've just stuck with the software it comes with, and we've just set the security up with the network switch. So it's green, which is good. Light on the front, it's green means it works. And I've tested this all back at my place, so I'm fairly confident it's just going to work. We're just going to double check whilst we're here. I did all the wiring, and we've, like a couple of times before when I was here, and we've checked all those work properly, so we know that all the cabling is good. We've run Cat6, and the lengths are not anything. We don't need PoE injectors or any switches in between. It's only about a 20-meter run. Even to the boat is maybe 30 meters, so it's still well within the limit of that. Yeah, so we're on the internet. It's good. I've already set up all my passwords. Let's get the speed test done here. I'm kind of interested to see what we get because we had really good speeds before, and I'm wondering what difference the weather's going to make. So we're getting much slower speeds than we were in the good weather, And I know I'm not plugging this in with Ethernet because I don't want to test the maximum speeds. I've already done that. What I want to check is what the actual end user is going to be able to get in their rooms, and this is what they're going to be doing, is connecting via Wi-Fi. So we're getting about 30 megabits download, and seems like we're getting 33, 40 megabits upload. But the speeds I've got on this are 130 megabits download and 60 megabits upload. So we got incredible speeds when we set it up. It was clear weather, and we took it directly from the router up that way rather than, you know, downstream from it. But I don't think there's going to be that much losses in it because it's, you know, like I say, the cable runs aren't too long. But I think it's just the weather today making a big difference to our download speed. So I've just tested it again. We've got slightly below 30 and still 40 uploads. We're getting really good upload in this weather. It just seems to be the downloads are really limited. But as I said, we got 130 download and 60 upload, which is just incredible. This is 4G, and they're paying 26 quid a month, like I said. Unlimited speed, unlimited data. We got a limited data plan to start with because I was like, they're never going to get above 100. And then it just capped out, and I was like, well, maybe we should look at the better SIM card. So we did. We got it shipped out, and then we got another 30 megabits from the you know, the best SIM they do. So 26 quid a month. It's not too bad, is it, for those kind of speeds? Today, unfortunately, isn't really showing that, but we have got it in better weather. It's just today's really bad weather. It's like we're not only raining, but we're in the cloud base. So we're going to have a look at the boat and see if we've got any different speeds over there. But I don't imagine we do. Signal strength is really good though. I can the Wi-Fi for the boat's maybe 10 meters over there, and we're in a different building, and I can get the Wi-Fi over here for that. So. Right, we're in the boat. Let's swap over to the boat internet. Probably shouldn't call it the boat internet, should I? I think it's called the Prince. I'm not sure if there's any bad luck for not saying the boat's correct name. So there's something about the download that's not going all that well today. We've got 25 megabits download, but we've got 50 megabits upload on this. So we are, you know, we're clearly doing very well on the upload. It's just the downloads seem to be not so great in this weather, unless there's some setting in the access points that I'll go and test the main router and see if we get anything different there, just to check that there's not a problem with the access points, some kind of setting that I haven't set right. Right, so we're running the speeds in the inside Angus and Lynette's home, and we're getting much faster speeds here. So I think there's some limit at the other end. We've got 80 megabits download, 40, 50. 55, yeah, 55 megabits upload, 80 megabits download. So we're actually doing a lot better here. So there must be, I don't know whether they're slightly older appliances. I'll have to have a deeper look into those access points and just see why the speeds on the download isn't quite as fast as here. It's still passable, isn't it? 30 megabits is probably fine. I'm not sure because we're dividing that between but nobody's logged on. We'll have a deeper look into that and see why the access points are slightly slower. But 80 megabit download here means that the difference in the weather is about 50 megabits, but we're still pretty fast, aren't we? So this is the first one. And to be honest, I haven't really had a look around this yet. There's a nice big area here for your clothes and stuff. There's a washing machine. There's what's in here? Immersion tank. Yeah, I mean, it's very nice, very, very nice. Angus and Lynette used to run a sort of upcycled furniture, and Angus is a fine furniture maker, so all these bits here are his work. You know, live edge tables. We've got this beautiful, I mean, look at that piece of timber here. It's just smooth. It's got a lovely handle under there. It's got these, they're not butterflies as you've seen most other YouTubers, you know, with the dowled shapes, but they're straight pieces. He set some old coins in epoxy through there. It's just a lovely feel to these units. We've got hand painted. I've got to open them because you just want to, don't you? Oh, there's stuff in it. Like my mum does this distressed painting look, but it's just such a nice piece of furniture, and it divides the bedroom, because this is a bit of a bed sit. It divides the bedroom from the living area, this piece of furniture. But it's not, often when you do that, you end up with this really oppressive divider, and you can see the amount of glass in here, which would really stop the light from getting into both halves, but it just does a really nice, it's a really nice way of doing it. Double bed. What's around this side then? Oh, we've got a kitchen. Wow, it's bigger than I thought. You were exploring this with me, by the way. So clearly there's some tidying up to do. The other one might have been a tumble dryer then, if this is a washing machine. Another one of Lynette's art pieces. I've kept all the original features, so the reveals around the windows, and as much as they could in the living room as well. Oh, they've put covering on the back of here. We've got the bathroom. Nice big bath. Nice big bath. One of those showers in it as well. But it's not only, we've got a shower as well, so it's sometimes a bit annoying when you go somewhere and you stay and it's only got a bath. It's okay, I find, if it's only got a shower, but it's more annoying if it's just got a bath. But it's a very nice self-contained unit, isn't it? We'll go and have a look at the boat. So this is the boat. It's called the Prince, and they think that it may have been involved in the rescue of soldiers from Dunkirk, World War II, because the name has been registered. It's all listed as if it was. Can't confirm it, but we suspect it probably was. But it's a nice, different way of staying somewhere. They've got this decking out the back. We're really just having a nosy around, aren't we? It's supposed to be about internet, but we're having a look. Still got the anchor. I don't know if you call that an anchor. It's quite small, that anchor, so maybe it's not called an anchor. Perhaps it's just for hooking on stuff. But it's all authentic. Like when you come to get in, it's got the portholes. I'm not a boat guy, so if I get all these words wrong, you're gonna have to forgive me. But like when you go in, you have the full experience of opening it up and then opening this door here. Come in. Close it back up so we don't get everything soaking wet here. There we go. So Angus and Lynette used to live in here. They've done it up since they did. We've got a log burner, and because it's in a boat like this, you can use it rather than, you know, sometimes regulations, if you've got it in a larger building, it might be there, but it's not available to use. Little dining area. Pictures of the boat on the wall. We've got one here. Because I've only been here installing the internet, I haven't really had a note. Oh, it's just storage in there. Kitchen. It's surprisingly spacious, actually. I have to say, it doesn't look that big on the outside, but when you're in here, there is plenty of room. You know, you've got all the cabinets. We've got a dishwasher in here. Oven, hob. Angus made these custom light fittings on the top. I mean, you've seen from his furniture, it's pretty handy. The bed area is very nice. Privacy glass on the portholes. Blinds on these windows here, 2 of them. Nice, good double-sized bed as well. What have we got in the bathroom? Oh, wow, look at that bath. It's like it's not a hot tub, but and that's deep. Be very romantic staying here. Cozy. Fridge, freezer, microwave, you know, it's got all the facilities you'd want. Oh, and the best bit, especially if you, look at that stool. Best bit if you want to be having a play around here, it's that they've kept all of the toys. I don't know if the engine's under it. Do you think it is? I can't remember if Angus showed me this or not. I don't know. I don't know if that's the engine under there or if it's not. But you're not really going to be playing with the engine, are you? But you are going to be sitting here playing with the steering wheel. It's not a steering wheel, is it? I've got no idea what it's called. Some kind of, I don't know. It's got the radio. It's got all the original gauges. Fire extinguisher. You know, decorative. And then we've got pump. You just kind of sit here like you're captain of a boat. We'll have a look outside as it's a beautiful Scottish day. It's a secret garden just here, which is for guests as well. And this nice little decking area here, a fire pit. And the view, I nearly killed myself with the decking. The view is normally spectacular here. There's some very old carved stones in a churchyard down there that's in a kind of its own little hut to protect them. Got the sheep down here, and then there's, you can barely see it, can you? They had a rally along here the other day that came, you know, a racing rally, not like another kind of rally, that came all the way down there and up the hill. That was exciting. And there's it won't be like this weather when you come and stay here, promise. So you can do 4G internet for a bed and breakfast or a hotel. It is possible. We've got good speeds, but like I said, it's down to specifying the carrier and making sure that your mast, that's the thing you need to check. So I'm not saying you could do it in every location. It worked out pretty well here, but it's the only the second internet installation that I've done other than my own. And if you've seen the video, you know the faff I went through on that one. Access points will operate, although at a slightly lower speed, which we'll try and figure out what the problem is with that. So definitely possible. Now that we've concluded the internet work here, there might be some more projects coming up with this building. As you've probably seen, there's a bit of work to do upstairs, and I have experience in this kind of stuff, so maybe we'll have more to do here. Maybe we won't, we'll have to see. Next video, it's the summer, so it's likely to be rainy, isn't it? That'll be a guaranteed. We're working on many things. The office, I keep talking about that. I'm trying to get on with this wind turbine. It's probably going to be the remote monitoring camera, because I've finished the design, we've printed the frame. So we're going to bung that up the top of the hill. We're going to see if we can get Wi-Fi coverage over 300-meter distance without any cables or anything, so that we can remotely monitor the intake at the top of the hill, you know, with just a camera that you carry around, solar panel on the top and batteries and stuff. We're going to see if that works. So that might be the next one. But who knows? We've got so many projects on the go at the minute. I'm kind of spinning all the plates. So there we go. If you'd like to come join us for the next one, or if you'd like to come and stay in these flats here, we'll put the email down below, and I might try and put a link somewhere else in case you want to try and book it directly with them. The prices are pretty competitive. They're being priced up at the minute, and I think they're anywhere between £500 and £800 a week, depending on whether you're on prime time or not. So if you'd like to come and see us in the next one, come join us. It'd be nice to have you here, and we'll see you then.